Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn Civic Chapter 7 Urban Administration. Now I am going to read for you a red line which is given in the textbook. A city is much bigger than a village and more spread out. You know, children, that city is bigger than a village. And when we talk about city, we talk about many things. Example, a city has crowded markets, many buses and cars, water and electricity facilities, traffic controls and hospitals. Underline all these words, students. Have you ever wondered that who is responsible for running all this? Do you know how decisions are made? How the planning is done? Who are the peoples who do all the work? These are few questions, students. Do you find the answers for it? Because these questions only going to teach us what is urban administration. You can see the picture over here, student. That's few children are here who are playing a game over here. The name of a game is cricket. So I'm going to start the lesson for you. One lazy Sunday afternoon, Mala and her friends Shankar, Jahangir and Rihanna were playing a game of cricket in the street. This is a picture only shows us that they are playing a cricket in the street. Shankar had bowled a good over, and although he nearly managed to get Rihanna out, she was still batting. Frustrated, he bowled a short ball and hoped she would hit it for an easy catch. Who thought about all this? Shankar, because Shankar wanted to make Rihanna out. Instead of it, Rihanna hit the ball so hard and so high that the street light broke. What happened over here? That the street light broke. Underline this line, student. Rihanna screamed, "Oh no, look what I have done." Shankar said, "Yes, we forgot to make a rule that if you break the street light, you are automatically out." Means Shankar is thinking about a wicket, that we are forgot to make a rule that if you break the street light, you are automatically out. He is telling to Rihanna and others' friend. But Mala, Jahangir and Rihanna were more worried about what had happened, and they told Shankar he do better stop thinking about the wicket instead of thinking about the street light broke. Because last week they had broken Nirmala's Mausi's window and had spent their pocket money to have it replaced. And because of this only, all the friends are worried about that now street light broke out, to whom they have to pay the amount, how to replace that street light. All this question is there in front of them. But who would they pay their pockets money? To whom did the lights on the street belong? Who changed them? These all are the questions. There only Rihanna's house was the closest, and they ran and told her mother what had happened. Every story was told to the mother what had happened. Rihanna's mother said, "I don't really know these things in great detail. But I do know that it is the Municipal Cooperation of the city that takes care of replacing lights." Underline the line Municipal Cooperation of the city, because they are the peoples who take care of replacing light. Mother suggested to Rihanna and her friends. But the best person to ask would be Yasmin Khala. Mother advised them like that. She just retired from the Municipal Cooperation. Student, who retired from Municipal Cooperation? Yasmin Khala. So because of that, all the friends go and asked her, and Rihanna come back home soon. Yasmin Khala lived in the same lane, and she and Rihanna's mother were good friends. Yasmin Khala and Rihanna mothers were good friends. The children ran to Khala's house, and when she opened the door, they began to tell her what had happened all at once. When they asked about the street light, Yasmin Khala laughed and said, "There is no one person that you can pay the money to." Means all the friends told her what had happened, and because of that, Yasmin Khala laughed on them, and she told them there is no one person that you can pay the money to. There is a big organization called the Municipal Cooperation that takes care of street lights, garbage collection, water supply, keeping the streets and the market clean. Student, underline this line. Municipal Cooperation means it is a big organization which take care of street light, garbage collection, water supply, keeping the street and the market clean. I have heard about the Municipal Cooperation. They have put up signs around the city to inform people about malaria, said Mala. As Mala heard what Yasmin Khala saying about Municipal Cooperation, Mala said, "They have put up signs around the city to inform people about malaria." Yasmin Khala replied, "Yes, you are quite right. The Municipal Cooperation is also responsible for ensuring that diseases do not break out in the city. It also runs schools, hospitals and dispensaries and make gardens and maintain them," said Yasmin Khala to all the friends. Then she added, "Our city, Pune, is a big city, and so here it is called a Municipal Corporation. In smaller town, it is called a Municipal Council." Students, underline this word, that in big city, what is there? Municipal Corporation, and in small towns, Municipal Council. Understood this much? Good. Now the next topic is what? The ward, councillor and administrative staff. Yasmin Khala, I am curious, who decides where a park should go? Did you have to make interesting decisions like this when you worked in the Municipal Corporation? Asked Rihanna. Means here Rihanna asking a question to Yasmin Khala, that she was very excited to ask the question. What questions? Who decides where a park should go? Did you have to make interesting decisions like this when you worked in Municipal Corporation? Who was working in a Municipal Corporation, student? Yasmin Khala. Yes. So because of that, Rihanna asked Yasmin Khala. No, Rihanna, I was working in the account office of the corporation. Here, Yasmin Khala replied Rihanna that she was working in the account office of the corporation. So I just worked on pay slip. Means the work of Yasmin Khala was to work for pay slip. Cities are usually quite large, So the municipal corporation has to make a lots of decision as well as do a lot of work to keep the city clean. Yasmin Khala make them understood that municipal corporation is not very small organization. It is a very big organization. And in that they make a lot of decision as well as they have to do a lot of work to keep the city clean. The decisions like where a park or a new hospital should be built are usually made by the ward council. Means municipal corporation is a big organization, so they will not going to be go and visit to all the places. So because of that they make ward councillor, that where parks or new hospitals and etc. should be go and how they can keep the city clean. For such examples, who are responsible? Ward councillor. The first is municipal corporation, but municipal corporation divide the work. You can see on the next page. Then city is divided into different wards and ward councillor get elected. Underline the words. The city is divided into different wards. Means a big city, they divide the different wards. And ward councillor. Ward councillors are elected. The complicated decisions that affect the entire city are taken by a group of councillors who form committees to decide and debate issues. For example, if bus stand need to be improved or a crowded marketplace need to have its garbage cleared more regularly, or there is a nala or drain that cuts through the city that needs cleaning, etc. Here all are the different examples. It is these committees for water, garbage collection, street lighting, etc. that all decide on the work to be done. So students, you can understand and underline all the sentences. These are the different examples or different work which are done by ward or ward councillor. Now I want to explain you what is councillor. Councillor means the elected representative of the ward. Now ward means areas. Understood student? Okay. Now I want to explain you that what are the different activities of ward councillor. First, the ward councillors are responsible for the construction of hospitals. They are elected by the people living in that ward or area. That's why the name is given ward councillor, because he or she as a elected representative of the ward. You can see here in this paragraph only, group of councillors make decisions. Okay, means they form a committee to decide and to debate about the different issues. Then down all the examples are given. Next paragraph, when the problems are within a ward, then the people who live in the ward can contact their councillor to whom they are elected. For example, if there are dangerous electrical wires hanging down, then the local councillor can help them get in touch with the electricity authority. While the councillor committees and the councillors decide on issues. The commissioner and the administrative staff implement this. Means for all this work, committees, councillor committees and commissioner and the administrative staff, they all discuss about this and then they start work for that particular ward or areas. The commissioner and the administrative staff are appointed, councillors are elected. You can understand the difference of it. Who are elected? Councillors. And who are appointed? Commissioners and the administrative staff. So how are these decisions made? Asked Rihanna. After understanding the difference of commissioner and administrative staff, about the work of a councillor and the ward councillor, Rihanna asked Yasmin Khala, how are these decisions made? Rihanna, who never gave up on her train of thought. Well, of the ward councillor meet and they make a budget and the money is spent according to this. Means ward councillor meet all these things. Then they make a budget of it according to the issues what the wards are facing out. And then the money is spent according to that. The ward councillors try and ensure that the particular demands of their wards are placed before the entire council. These decisions are then implemented by the administrative staff, said Yasmin Khala, enjoying the questions. Yasmin Khala explained them that who are responsible for all this work. Means you can understand, students, over here कि all ward councillors they make a budget of particular topic, particular issues, whatever problems are there in the ward or in the areas. Understood, students? And then they make a decision of it, and then the administrative staff start implement that work. Here you can see the question is given in the box. How does the municipal corporation gets its money? Providing and running so many services requires a lot of money. You can understand here that to all this example whichever we have read out in the on this page, the line is given over here that they spent money on it. Means the municipal corporation collect this in different ways. A tax is a sum of money that people pay to the government for the services the government provides. People own homes have to pay a property tax as well as taxes for water and other services. Means whatever we are having our own houses or any property or different shops and all, for that what we have to pay? Taxes to the government. Even whatever you purchase from the shops and all, no, pencils, books, wafers packet, chocolates, etc. On that also some tax are there. Means according to all this thing, the government collect the tax amount. Means money. The larger the house, the more the tax. Property taxes, however, form only 25 to 30% of the money that a municipal corporation earns. Who earn all this money? Municipal corporation. And if your house is large, the tax is more. There are also taxes for education and other amenities. Not only for houses taxes are there, students, but on education and for other amenities also. The taxes has to pay to the municipal corporation. If you own a hotel or shop, then you have to pay a tax for this as well. Also, the next time you go to see a movie, look carefully at your ticket because you pay a tax for this as well. Thus, while rich people account for property taxes, a much wider population pays more general taxes. Means here, if you visited to a movie also, you can see the ticket. You can check the ticket carefully because you pay a taxes for that also. Means for everything we have to pay a taxes, and that money only was collected for collected by municipal corporation, and then they decide and they make a budget to how to work on different issues. Student, now whatever we have seen now, that is part 1. Before I end this part 1, I want to explain you that on this page fill in the blanks are given. So do this in homework, and the rest part of the lesson we are going to check it in part 2. Thank you.